Hello guys, Excel is Pro here today with a semi-longer video. Today I want to cover the top 7 Excel functions and formulas that are used for math. There are some that are not on this list, like the power function, because it's not that common. But these are pretty straightforward and they will help you out a lot. But I feel like a lot of people don't know that they exist. So let me show you how to use these, right? So the first one we're going to learn about is the sum function. It's not really a function, it's more of a formula, right? And it's pretty straightforward. So let's say we have 9 here and we have 1 here. And I want this cell to contain the sum of these two. So what do? I mean, there are 2 ways to do this, right? We can say this cell is equal to this cell plus this cell, and we get 10. Okay? But if we use the sum function, we can do this. Equals sum, parentheses, we highlight these two, close it, and we have 10. So now this simple one here is straightforward, and it's to be used when you have 2 numbers that you want to add. But when the list starts growing, like let's say we wanted this sum to also include this cell, right? So what we do there is we just go to C4. Sorry, not C4. What am I doing? We're going to go to D3. So now this sum is going to include anything from B3 to D3. So it's going to have 20 because it has 9 plus 1 plus 10, aka these 3 numbers are being summed. So that's how you use the sum function. It's really helpful. The next one I'm going to use is the if function. So it's an if statement. It's really handy when you want to compare 2 things. So let's say I have a number here. Let's say I have 5 and 6. And I want the output to check which one of these numbers is greater. Is it 5 or is it 6? So this is how we're going to accomplish this. Equals if, and I want to say, this is the logical test. So I want to say if 6, aka C4, is greater than this one, B4, I want to output right is greater. The right number, right? Number 6. If it's not true, I want to output left is greater. Let me close it. And of course, right is greater than 5. 6 is greater than 5. Now if we do 4, what is going to happen? Left is greater. So that's how you use the if function. Really helpful if function. I like it a lot. Now percentage. This is not really a function like this, more of a formula. So check this out. If we do, let's say 20 divided by 5. What's the answer? Well, let's do it. Equals 20 divided by, sorry, not 5, 4. The answer is 5. Okay, that's cool. Now what if we did 4 divided by 20? The answer is 0.2. Alright, cool. 0.2. That really means nothing to a lot of people, right? Like let's say you invested $20 and you got a $4 return. Are you going to tell somebody, oh, I made a 0.2 return? No. It's usually percentage based. So what do? We click on the cell that we want to show in percentage form. We go over here to home, number, and we can click on percentage here. Or you can also just drop this down. And we have 20%. And you can play around with the significant figures, right? But that's how you use the percentage formula. Okay, multiplication. This one's also pretty straightforward. We have 5 and we have 4. And I want to multiply these 2 numbers. What do? Equals this, the little star above 8, shift 8, space, times 4 is 20. So that one's also pretty straightforward, but really, really handy. Especially if you have multiple numbers. Like if you want to multiply this times this times this, 400. We're doing 5 times 4 times 20. As you can see here. 5 times 4 times 20. Very nice. Okay, now division is the same deal. Let's say we have 100 And I'm sticking to basic numbers just to make it, I want you to focus on the math. I want you to focus on the actual procedure. 100 divided by 10. And we know the answer is 10. But let's do it. Equals 100 divided by 10. Straightforward. Average. Okay, so let's do this. If I have 2 and I have 6, I want to take the average. So how do we take the average? In the real world, we add these numbers and then we divide by the total number of numbers that we added. So we do 2 plus 6 is 8 divided by 2 because we added 2 numbers. So if we press equal sign, we can do average. So look at the ones we have. We have average, A, if, S. We don't want those. We want normal average. So we want this. We say number 1 and we say number 2. But remember to put up a comma or else it'll not register what your first input was. First one, comma. Second one, close it, 4. Why is it 4? Because this is how the average function works. We do 2 plus 6 divided by 2 because we're adding 2 numbers. The answer is 4. But you see how much faster this one was compared to this other one? And imagine if we had more numbers. Then it'd get even crazier to do it this old method. Okay, cool. Now, the last one is a sum if function. So let's see how it works. If we have 3 and we have 4. So let's type it in. Sum if. So what does it say? It says adds the cells specified by a given condition or criteria. Okay, so let's do it. We pick these 2 numbers. Okay, so now to the criteria. So this is how you input the criteria. I want to add only the numbers that are greater than 3. So meaning not 3, because they have to be greater. So 4 it falls into that category. So let's do this. We need a quotation marks, greater than, and let's say 3. So the answer is 4. Why? Because in my range B9 through C9, these 2 numbers, only one number is greater than 3, and that's 4. So the sum of those numbers is 4. Now what if I change this to 2? Is 3 greater than 2? The answer is yes. So now we have 7. Alright? So I hope you guys learned a lot. These are very basic but super helpful functions and formulas on Excel. And if you guys like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Excel is Pro is out. See you guys later. Bye.